Join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tonight we'll start off the council session with some awards. We're going to present the Steve Stucco Community Enhancement Awards. Tonight it's my honor to present the 2025 Steve Stucco Community Enhancement Awards. This award, formerly known as the Winsted Pride Award, was created to recognize individuals and businesses who take great pride in their property and make a lasting contribution to the character and beauty of Winsted. The award celebrates excellence in property enhancement and superior design standards, thoughtful improvements, and exceptional maintenance. These qualities reflect the vision and values of Winsted, ensuring that it remains a community we can all be proud of. The residential award goes to Joseph Pavek at 845 Mallard Avenue. Joe is well known in his neighborhood for the extra care he puts into his property. His lawn and landscaping are not only beautifully maintained, but also bring joy to those who pass by. Neighbors have noted how his efforts enhance the entire neighborhood and how his pride in his home shines through. Joe, your hard work and dedication make a difference in the look and feel of your neighborhood, and we are grateful for the care you put into making Winsted a place we can all enjoy. So if you want to come up front and keep the award. And Austin will take a And then our business award goes to the Chilson Funeral Chapel at 200 Fairlawn Avenue West. The Chilson family has been a cornerstone of Winsted for many years, serving families with compassion during some of their most difficult times. In addition to this service, the Chilsons have always made it a priority to care for their property. The family is often seen working together to maintain the grounds, which are consistently manicured and well cared for. This dedication not only reflects pride in their business, but also a deep commitment to the community they serve. To the Chilson family, we thank you for your long-standing care of both people and property here in Winsted. On behalf of the City of Winsted, we'd like to extend our congratulations to both the award recipients tonight. If the Chilsons could come and join me up front for photo opportunity. I don't know how. Congratulations. Like that. Does that work? Okay. Okay, we'll go on to regular city business. We will do the consent agenda. Items listed below are considered routine and non-controversial by the city. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless requested by a council member, staff, or citizen. If removed, the item will be discussed at the end of the regular agenda. So item A, approval of minutes. Approve the minutes of the following: City Council work session, August 19th, 2025. City Council regular meeting, August 19th, 2025. Item B, Public Facilities Authority funding requirements, waiver and declaration. Authorize the mayor and city administrator to effectuate a waiver request, waiver certification, and real property declaration on behalf of the city of Winsted with the Minnesota Public Facilities Authority with relation to the financing of well number 5 to the extent that it is necessary. Item C, engagement letter for General Accounting Standards Board, 67/68 actuarial services. Approve an engagement letter with Northern Consulting Actuaries Incorporated, doing business as Via Actuarial Solutions for GASB 67-68 pension actuarial services for the City of Winsted and the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department Relief Association pension. Item D, Resolution R-25-34, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department Relief Association Gambling Contribution. Adopt Resolution R-25-34 to accept a contribution from gambling proceeds from the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department Relief Association in the amount of $15,000 to be dedicated toward the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department Capital Improvement Plan. Item E, Sidewalk Replacement Estimate, Kim Rings Concrete, First Street North. Authorize the city administrator to approve an estimate and effectuate a service agreement with Kim Rings Concrete Incorporated to replace sections of sidewalk on First Street North from Albert Avenue to Fairlawn Avenue for an amount not to exceed $9,910. Item F, Security Bank and Trust Company Pledged Securities. Approve the pledged securities that Security Bank and Trust Company has purchased for the City of Winsted for the month of August 2025. Item G, Building Permit Report, August 2025. Approve the building permit report for the month of August 2025. Item H, Financial Report, July 2025. Approve the financial report for the month of July 2025. Item I, Claims. Approve the claims list for September 16th, 2025. And then item J, Sidewalk Replacement Estimate, Mark Baru. Authorize the city administrator to approve an estimate with Mark Baru to replace various sections of sidewalk in the city of Winsted for $45 per linear foot for an amount not to exceed $18,000. That is the consent agenda. I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'll motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, and I abstain from voting on item F.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There are no public hearings. There's no old business. We have new business. Resolution R-25-35, 2026 preliminary property tax levy certification. Neil.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. We'll go through a little slideshow here. So we're going to talk a little bit about the budget process and talk about significant changes, the 5-year budget model, and then preliminary property tax levy and where we get our money from, and then just some general discussion. About the process, we start as a staff preparing and propose 2026 budget, City Council work session on the 19th to review recommended 2026 general fund budget and the preliminary general fund debt service property tax levy. We didn't need the one on the 26th. On September 2nd, we talked about it again at our work session a little bit. And then that brings us to today, where we certify the preliminary 2026 general fund and debt service property tax levy. On October 7th, we will start working for the final property tax levy. And with the 21st, doing some hearings and start talking through the airport funds, capital funds, fire funds, general fund, sewer fund, water fund. So really, in addition to right now, we're only doing our generals. We'll do a lot of the enterprise funds coming up there. On the 18th, would work session review recommended 2026 general fund budget prior to truth and taxation public hearing. And on the 2nd, we'll have the truth and taxation. Then finally, on the 16th, we'll approve the recommended final property tax levy. So the preliminary levy in general here, some of the things that we take into account: conservative revenue and expenditure assumptions, implementation of the 2026 compensation plan. We had a 22% cost increase in employee health insurance benefits. We're still waiting on a few other quotes, but it's likely that this is going to remain the same. We had a lot of claims this year. Just generally, costs have gone up in health insurance. Reallocation of current resources based on needs and actual history. So we adjusted the budget to reflect some actual expenditures and then adjustments to what we were bringing in. This supports our full-time equivalent of employees right now with one additional seasonal position. So somebody to help with the lawn mowing. And not sure what those hours look like quite yet. Supporting the street capital improvement program is adopted in 2017 budget, so there's some funding there. Continued funding for the EDA, the lawn service with the additional part-time mower and a additional lawnmower, and support CIP increases to parks, facilities, streets, and trails. So you can see some of these things here. We have $50,000 more budgeted for facilities, for making some upgrades to City Hall and other properties that we have. Continuing to fund the parks. Looking for 2026 to really start on the Hanlon Park Improvement Project. Adding a little bit more to the streets project here, considering McLeod County Road 1 lights and other projects that we have talked about, and in anticipation of the 2027 street project, which is going to be a major project for our city. Added $25,000 to the trails and kept the equipment fund at $50,000. So those were some of the real major changes that would be in the preliminary tax levy. So per state law, the city council must certify a preliminary property tax on or before the 30th of each year. That's always important to stress that it can be lower. The preliminary may be lower, or I'm sorry, the final may be lower than the preliminary, but not the other way around. So we cannot go higher after this point. So this is what's going to end up on homeowners' property tax statement, their preview, I guess, of their property tax statement. So it's the general levy plus the debt levy, and you're going to equal the property tax levy. Some things to consider. LGA did go up. We increased $832, but that doesn't keep pace with inflation, which means we have to make that money up somewhere, and typically it ends up being made up in the tax levy. Here's a listing of our bonds. So this is hard for me to see on both screens, but as you can see over here in 2028, we have some falling off, but that is in anticipation of that big street project that those will be replaced. So I don't anticipate us having a huge reduction, and we'll know more of those numbers before our final budget happens. But these are our debt service levy, where we don't have a choice. This is money that we've already spent, money that we have to pay back for our bonds. This slide here is just showing you some of the ones that are falling off, which would be the sanitary sewer one after this year. And then obviously we will pick up with a new well bond coming up in 2026. Won't have those exact final numbers quite yet, but just getting out into the future. So what we're looking for 2026, preliminary 2026 general property tax would increase by 15%. The preliminary 2026 debt service levy would increase by 0.22%, resulting in a total of an 11.7% increase. This is the same numbers, just in numerical form, I guess, instead of me reading all the way through. So adding up to those two, we would end up with a $897 property tax levy, or 11.7% increase. Again, preliminary property tax levy should provide the city council with maximum flexibility regarding future budget decisions. Final property tax levy may be certified at a lower amount than the preliminary property tax levy, but not greater than it. So really what this does, there's some flexibility in here where now we can really drill down and see where we want to get to after tonight, but it leaves us, if anything does come up, something major happens in the next few months, that we have some room to be able to adjust. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions? Would consider a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number R2535, certifying the preliminary 2026 general property tax levy of $1,782,397 and preliminary 2026 debt service levy of $446,500 for a total preliminary 2026 property tax levy of $2,228,897.
Motion, is there a second?
Go ahead.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item B, hangar drainage improvements agreement, hangar number 43. Neil?
Oh, just waiting for this to load here. All right. Mr. John Velour has purchased, oh boy, now I'm messing up this. Not good. He has purchased hangar 43, which, oh no. You're not going to see.
You know, you'd think you'd practice.
I had it all ready, and I usually use ours, and I'm using the county site. That's my only excuse. And I can't see. Does that say Winston?
No. Stewart.
Close enough. All right, we're done with that map. Anyway, so Mr. John Velour purchased a hangar number 43, which is on the east side of one of our taxiways. He purchased and found out that he had water in there. I think he knew, but he wanted to remedy that. He came up with a solution of ripping up some of the tar that's in between his property and the property to the north, our hangar and the hangar to the north, rather. It's our property. And he wants to put some drain tile in between there. He wants to run the drain tile down the west side. There were some concerns that he would be creating more of an issue because the hangars to the east of him do get some water in them, but most of that water is coming from the north. I did speak with our engineers, actually 2 different engineers, and neither one thinks that this is going to be an issue, but I wanted to be safe, so we drafted up a maintenance agreement with Mr. Velour. And in there, it states that he is responsible for putting in the drainage, and he's going to be responsible for maintaining it for the first 3 years at least, so we can see what it's going to do. Are there questions on that?
Consider a motion.
I'll make a motion to authorize the mayor, city clerk, treasurer, and city attorney to effectuate a hangar drainage improvement agreement with 4J's LLC and John and Jill Velour with relation to hangar number 43 at the Winston Municipal Airport to the extent that is necessary.
I have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second, is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
This hangar, if you guys want to see that one right there. So we're going to have the drainage that goes in between these two, and then it's going to come out here with a pop-up standpipe. So there'll be water that'll be held in here. We don't think that there'll be a huge water event that would make it continue to go downhill. And
Can you blow that up, Neil?
I can blow that up. I just have to get the right amount. We can go right there. That's about it.
Do you have any idea the distance from that particular hangar to the city of Stewart?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. We can do that, though. We can figure that out after this meeting.
Okay, that'd be great.
Or maybe we'll do it upstairs where there's air conditioning.
All right, thanks for that. We've come to the open forum, part of our council session. It provides residents with the opportunity to address an issue that is not on the agenda with the city council. The city council will not take official action on items discussed during open forum except to refer items to staff for future report or follow through. If you come up to participate, we'd like you to state your name and your address and the topic you're going to speak on. It wouldn't appear that we have anything. Chief, do you have anything tonight? No. So we don't have anybody to participate in open forum. So we'll go on to city administrator update and announcements.
You heard most of it. We're really focused on the budget and what that tax levy is going to look like here for the final levy. For in-house, the truck that we had designated surplus equipment is now online at Jeff Martin Auctioneers, and our snow blower is now online at Iron Planet. Hoping to get some good money coming in for those.
Fantastic. Tom, do you have anything?
Just clarification, so public isn't confused that the preliminary levy of 11-something% is not where we'll end up, that will end up lower than that.
Likely.
The goal
No,
is
we will.
significantly lower than
Yes.
that.
Right.
So yes. Thanks for that clarification. Matt, do you have anything?
I'm good.
Tim?
No, sir.
Oh, wait, Tim, you have to say goodbye.
Well, I could do that. Since this will be my last meeting for the audience and the members of the council and our mayor, I will be resigning effective the end of the week on the 19th of September as my wife and I are moving out of the community. It's been a good run. We've been here 24 years. A lot of that time I've spent here working with the city and the residents, so it's a tough decision for us personally to leave the community, but we'll be back on a regular basis to visit the folks, and we appreciate how comfortable and how people have been so kind to us over the years, and we'll certainly miss being part of the.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to thank you for your commitment to the city council this past couple of years and your commitment to the community. 24 years is a long time. I know you've raised your family here, and they were all a very vital part of the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, with that, yes, thank you. That I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.